Guys, what is up? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we are playing more of Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. Now we left off and we have just found out what's in the crypt at Zedlet's Monastery, right? We just found out what's going on in there. We found out they're like grave robbing and the abbot is looking for something. We know the abbot is part of... Well, we suspect the abbot is part of this and what's happening. And we're kind of continuing off from there, right? We're back at the infirmary. And we're going to go question some people, right? I'm pretty sure. Look, make sure you go drink your sacks. I hope you're very well. And let's jump back into this, man. Let's do it. Let's get immersed. First of all, I mean, I haven't loaded this game up literally in a day. So it loaded really quick. Not used to that at all. Take a look around the looted room. Okay, perfect. Let's have a little look around here then. Yeah, that's a good idea. Wow, man, that's it. Someone came in to like look for something, right? And it's to do with Wenceslas and the healing properties used for Wenceslas and stuff, I think.
Whoever it was, they went through everything thoroughly.
Didn't they just? Nothing in the chests either. They didn't leave anything, though. Lockpick very hard. I don't think we need to lockpick that. I don't think that's going to help at all, is it? Does it say anything else? Does still say more. Let's just go back a little bit. Look, so I returned to Albic, but before I could tell him about the ambush in the crypt, we had another problem to deal with. Someone ransacked our chamber. Things in the room are scattered, but nothing is missing. So Zacharias' aide, Denise, might know something about our chamber being ransacked. I also asked the novice Benedict if he noticed anything. Someone's turned our chamber upside down. I should take a look around. So they don't know what yet. They don't know what. Was there anything more to that? So look, here we go. So look, let's go up a little bit more, sorry, from that. So it all makes sense now. The illness came from the graves in the crypt. It looks like the workers who were supposed to repair the collapsed floor were the ones who opened them. I managed to get out of the crypt where someone locked me in. I returned to Albert. There you go, yeah. So, just to refresh my mind a little bit as well, we'll take Marathon 3. I'll take it. Should I loot these then? Screw it. I'm assuming I can. Well, there might be something in here, I guess. I mean... No, there's not. No, there's not.
And I thought someone was creeping around.
Well, you was wrong, sir. Schnapps. We'll take these books. I don't think I need these books, but we're taking them. What's in here? Oh, sketch. We got some kind of saber. What is that? Hang on, what is that? That's cool. Where is that? It'll be in there. Yeah, that's awesome. Ataman's saber. It's really good, actually. I don't think it's as good as, obviously it's not going to be as good as my long sword, but it might be better than the other sword I've got. Actually, I do need to make a new sword. That's quite cool. I think I want to do the sword of Sir Valentine as my like normal sword. Change up the swords a little bit. Keep Henry's sword, of course. Well, I don't think there's anything else to do, but it's saying there is. I forgot Henry's dressed up in that mask, isn't he? Like, is there nothing else for me to search? Nothing on the table, nothing around here. Won't let me search. I mean, I'm trying, but I'd say that as well. Why not? I'm trying, man, but it's not really showing anything else. Okay, well, I'm going to come out of here then and start questioning people. So let's talk to Dennis first. Was anyone in our room?
Did you see anyone go in or out of our room?
I'm not sure. I think I saw a monk go in. I couldn't say who.
A monk? You mean Benedict?
No, it wasn't him. But hard to say. Damn it, why do they all look the same in here?
It's not exactly helpful, I know. Any idea when that was?
Roughly an hour ago, maybe 2. Has something happened?
Damn it. Never mind. Better if you ask Zacharias.
Okay, so talk to Denise. I don't need to know more about some of these people, man. Like, I will with the ones that I'm interested in, but bro, I just want to ask you a basic question. So let's talk to Novice Benedict.
God be with you. What do you need?
Did you notice anything odd?
Did you notice anything suspicious this past hour?
One of the sick men has been throwing up constantly, and I suspect another one's faking it to skip work.
No. I need to know if anyone's been nosing around our room.
I spent most of my time with the vomiting one, or out in the yard scrubbing his bedding. I didn't see anyone.
Our rooms were searched?
Someone went through our room, or rather tossed it all about. Likely looking for something.
And what about the alchemy lab? Was that turned over too?
No. I think that one's untouched.
Oh, thank God. I'll go check it anyway, just to be sure. Was anything stolen?
That's the thing. Nothing was taken, so we don't even know what they were after.
I should have been more watchful, right?
No, you okay?
I'm sorry. I promise I'll keep a better eye on things from now on.
No, you're
Don't beat
okay.
yourself up. It's not your fault.
Yeah, it's not your fault. These things happen.
Will you tell me more about yourself?
I can try. What would you like to know?
How did you get to the monastery?
How did you get to the monastery?
Well, I walked. Or do you mean why I entered the abbey?
I'm more interested in that.
Very well. My parents are long dead, but I have 3 older brothers as well as 2 sisters. That is, I had 3, but one of them didn't live to see her first birthday.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Nonetheless, I was born 6th. You see, I'm not a fighter, so I didn't join the army, and after paying for my sister's weddings, I couldn't afford to go to university.
So you had no choice?
Something like that. But I'm happy to be here. In just under 2 years, I've learnt many things.
Yeah.
Perhaps the Lord will provide, and one day I'll be in charge of the entire hospital.
So what did you do before?
What did you do before you joined the abbey?
When my parents were still alive, I cared for them. And when they died, I started my postulancy.
Why did you have to care for them? Were you with them until they died? Let's ask why.
Why did you have to care for them? You have a lot of siblings.
Yeah.
My sisters got married, my brothers left to search for work, and we never saw them again. My parents had nobody else left.
It was kind of you to take on that responsibility.
Very kind.
I didn't think of it as a responsibility. It just seemed like the right thing to
Oh,
do
it's got a good heart.
You were with your parents.
Heart's in the
until
right
they-
place.
until they died. It was really challenging for me. But I feel it helped me discover my calling.
Caring for the sick, you mean?
Yes.
Oh. Why do you work at the infirmary? I mean, surely that answers that question. Are you happy living in an abbey?
How's life in the abbey?
You're expecting me to complain, aren't you? I'm perfectly happy with a routine life. You eat from the same bowls at the same table every morning. Prayer is at the same time every day. And I fall asleep in the same bed every night. What more could you want?
Why do you work at the infirmary? Let's ask.
Why do you work at the
Let's just
infirmary
ask.
of all places?
Because it's
It's my
still
divine calling.
it's still here, isn't it? What do you mean by divine calling? Your divine calling is empty in bedpans. How did you discover it?
How did you discover you were supposed to become a healer?
I came to realize diseases don't cause me fear or aversion. Or compassion, for that matter.
But isn't that natural? When you see someone suffering, you shouldn't just be completely indifferent.
Imagine you have a stoneworker with a crushed foot come in, bones poking out and bleeding like a stuck pig. Is it better to comfort him, or to decide in time that he'll probably lose the foot anyway, tourniquet the wound, and go and get a saw?
Sounds like you're in the right place.
Sounds like you're in the right place then.
I'm glad you think so. And between us, so do I.
What if I need to be healed?
If I ever need my wounds treated, can I come to you?
Of course, it's my job after all. I'm here most days, so you know where to find me.
Could you treat me?
I think I need some treating.
Is that so? You don't seem to be suffering too much. Forgive me, I have much to do.
Yeah, we don't. But at any time we can now talk to it. That's cool. I like that. That's really cool. I might even go over to you again and talk to you. This is, bro, we got to pause quick. This is why this is one of the best RPGs I've ever played. It is just like The Witcher 3 in the way that it runs, just without the fantasy stuff as such. It's so good. You are rewarded for talking to people and finding out information about people that you don't necessarily think I need to talk to. So that's why I've done it. Like I said to you guys just a moment ago, like, I don't really need to find that information out. I don't really need that. But then all of a sudden, by doing that, he'll now heal me. Right? I'm in this monastery. I've got limited supplies. He will now heal me. I can't sleep to heal, but he'll heal me. Oh, love that. Love that. Let's just go tell me more about yourself.
Tell me something about yourself.
What do you want to know?
Where are you from?
Where are you from?
I was born in Zadar, that is in Dalmatia by the sea. I grew up at my uncle Stepan Latkovich's court. Until recently, he governed a huge estate in central Croatia, Dalmatia, and Slavonia.
Until recently?
After an unfortunate event, our lands and properties went to Sigismund's father-in-law, Herman of Scilly.
How does what unfortunate event?
What do you mean by unfortunate event? The one that cost you your properties?
It was a little misunderstanding, which became known as the Bloody Sabor of Krzewcy.
Sabor?
An assembly of the foremost representatives of nobility and political power in the country. And at this particular assembly, King Sigismund had my uncle, along with most of his people, killed.
Why did Sigismund do that?
Why did Sigismund do that?
He was still bitter about Nicopolis. But what really angered him was my uncle's support for Ladislaus of Naples. He had long had his eyes set on the throne of Hungary, so you can imagine the king was not pleased.
Do you want to take revenge?
Don't you want to take revenge?
Alone, against the entire Holy Empire? I am no madman, unlike my uncle. He paid for betrayal with his life. Our entire family lost everything. Our properties, our standing, our power, our future. And I want to fix it. I wear black as a sign of shame for my family. I will not wear anything else until I regain the king's trust.
Are you sure you can accomplish that in one lifetime?
Worst comes worst, I'll die in black too. At least it is suited for the grave.
Okay. Your name sounds more Hungarian.
Not that I know many people from Dalmatia, but your name sounds more Hungarian.
And that is on purpose. The name Latkovich is not exactly favoured at Sigismund's court, so I have learned to use the Hungarian variant.
How did you meet Zacharias?
How did you end up in Zacharias' service?
I used to serve several important courtiers. I must have made an impression on Master Zacharias because he requested my service specifically. King Sigismund readily agreed, and so it will be 2 years now that I've been serving him.
Okay, interesting. Has anything happened in here? Is it okay? It's fine here, man. Right, let's talk.
I spoke with Benedict and Dennis. Neither noticed a thing.
I thought as much. We've all had our hands full here. So, we still know nothing.
I might have something, but I'm not sure yet how it ties to those records.
What do you mean?
I went down to the crypt, and I found open tombs and rotting corpses.
Good God!
No sign of a mass grave, though. Just individual tombs.
That's both good and bad news. At least we can now rule out the plague.
Yeah.
But if the workers caught something from the air around those tombs, then anyone else could catch it too. Why did they even open them?
They were probably looking for something inside. I found this sketch.
That looks like the emblem of the Kingdom of Jerusalem. But why would they look for it among deceased abbots? Even putting aside that it's sacrilege, I don't see the connection.
Nor do I. But there must be one, because they locked me in the crypt over it.
What?
I managed to get out and ran straight back to you. But I was interrupted by this ransacked room.
Maybe we'd better keep all this to ourselves. For now, at least. You might ask Crispin about the coat of arms too. With luck, he'll find something in the archives that sheds some light on how it all connects to those open tombs. But best do it tomorrow. This evening's been more than enough. One adventure a day is plenty.
Agreed. Let's clear up the room, then sleep.
We'll be wiser come morning.
You and Albert clean up the room and go to bed. See how it's not letting us, though? It's not letting us go and just sleep ourselves. it's very clever with this. Like we really are limited. 2 a.m. Who's that? It's not our guard, is it? Who is this? Oh, bro, the mystery's afoot. Okay. No, okay. Oh, bro just wants some water.
Shocking beast. Kick its ass. You stop that, for Christ.
What's happened?
Oh, God.
Oh! Oh shit! Someone's in there!
Fuck's sake.
Do something, bro! Nice work, respect. Nice work. Respect. I thought he was just gonna stand there and be like, oh well, never mind. Yo, who is doing this? I love this, man. Early morning in Albic's chamber.
Good morning, everyone. I trust you've had a decent sleep. The sick are waiting, and being tired doesn't excuse us from our duties.
All right, give me a moment. Then we'll go and check on the patients. And where's Benedict, anyway?
If I may, gentlemen. Haven't you heard? There was a fire here last night.
A fire? Here at the monastery?
The small shed by the mill house burned down, but it was probably just an unfortunate accident.
I don't think so.
Thank the Lord it's all over now.
I don't think so,
And
bro.
no one was hurt.
Well, that's the thing. No one burned, but there were 2 men in the shed. Or rather, 2 bodies.
Bodies? Whose were they, for God's sake?
That... I don't know, sir.
So how did they die? Who took them out? I know that's an assumption, so I'm going to say how did they die?
And how do you know they didn't die in the flames? Just because they weren't burnt to cinders doesn't prove anything.
I didn't see them, but they said there were no burns, and it didn't look like they'd suffocated either.
So, how did they end up there? What killed them? Didn't anyone tell you about them?
They were sent to be washed, but the washers noticed, signs.
Who took them out?
Who found them? And how did he get them out?
Elijah, one
Oh,
of the lay
who
brothers.
took them out?
He ran into the flames.
Who took them
thinking
out
he
as in
could
killed
save
them?
But they were already dead.
And what was he doing outside in the middle of the night? You don't suppose he had something to do with it?
He's never been any trouble. There's no reason to suspect him.
Nah, it's not him.
How do you know about these signs? Did someone examine them?
No, they were only to be washed. But when the signs of illness were spotted, the abbot ordered them locked away in the hops store. Ludolf promised he'd send one of his men to guard the door. No one is to go near them.
That was highly irresponsible. Someone needs to examine them thoroughly. We can't afford uncertainty.
You want
bro,
to
get me
bring
in
them
there,
to the
bro.
infirmary with the others? No. No, let them stay locked away somewhere separate.
Are you afraid the other sick might get even worse? At least we could have them all in one place.
Was anyone else there besides Elijah?
No, or at least no one I know of. I'll leave you to it now. If you need me, I'll be with the sick.
I'm going to. Disease? Fire? What next? A swarm of locusts?
First they ransacked my room, now this. I don't like it one bit.
Do you think the fire's got anything to do with what they were after in your chambers?
Who knows? I feel like someone wants us gone, and they're trying to frighten us into leaving.
We need to find out who's behind this.
All the more reason to get to the bottom of this.
But I can hardly go poking around myself to find out what really
Yeah,
happened.
but I can, bro.
Don't worry. That's what I'm here for.
Well, maybe Zacharias was right after all. You never know when an aid like that might come in handy. So, what's your plan?
Talk to the guy. I've
Quite
got
a
to
few
sneak
things,
into that
actually.
room and examine the bodies. Search the burnt down house as well, yeah.
I'll take a look around the burned down shed. There might still be some clues.
Good idea. It might have just been an accident, but it won't hurt to make sure.
I'll question the witness.
I should probably speak with the lay brother who pulled the bodies out of the flames.
Elijah, right? But be gentle. No one should have to go through what he did last night.
Yeah.
What about the corpses? You said you wanted to examine them.
And that's what I'll do. We can't afford doubts when there's a deadly illness spreading.
But Benedict said the abbot forbade it, and that one of the knights is watching over them.
If he's got any sense at all, he'll understand this is serious. A proper diagnosis is key to the next step.
Even reason must bow to orders.
Whoever it is, he's still following orders. He'll know the risk if he disobeys them.
So what do you suggest I do?
Leave it to me.
So what you're saying is, use an unorthodox approach.
I can always bribe the guard.
I could always bribe the guard. A few groschen might get me in to see the dead.
If you want to waste coin on foul bribery.
Like you said yourself, we need to be absolutely certain. Are we really going to argue about what that's worth?
You're right. Ethics aside, this is no time for gallantry. When you do get to those bodies, take your time and make sure you do a thorough examination. Don't be squeamish.
What exactly am I looking for?
So, what exactly should I be looking for?
Anything unusual. You know well the symptoms the sick here have, but a keen eye may spot other signs too. If you're not sure, just try to remember what you saw. If you describe it to me later, I should be able to identify it.
I can't think of anything else.
Nor can I. Well then, best of luck.
Cheers, mate. Okay, let's get to work. So, search the scene of the fire, inspect the recovered bodies, question the witnesses. Let's get to work, man. This is on the other side, isn't it? Right on the other side, I think. Right on the other side. Oh, what's that? Consult the monastery librarian. Oh. Okay. Well, I mean, we kind of got to go that way. So I can make that part of it and then go and question the witness of the fire? Maybe? Do those two things first? And then we'll go over to... This is where the fire was, right? No, that's where the bodies are. So where was the actual fire? Search the scene of the fire. It was by the mill. For some reason I thought it was this. Here. But I might be wrong. The mill, it could have been this. Hopfield. Flowers, I thought it was here. Because he was by this section where the hidden booze was. Right, that's what he was drinking. It wasn't water, he was drinking the hidden booze, right? So it's near this section, I think. Okay. Okay, so my plan is to come through here. I'm going to consult the monastery librarian, talk to him, and then we'll go from there. Let's get out of here, man, and work our way through. Let's get out of here and work our way through. Right, let's do this. Again, I'm gonna come... Oh, actually, I could go round this way. I could go round that way, funnily enough. Yeah, because... Yes, I'm gonna... No, we'll change it. We'll go round the other way. And we'll avoid the others. Yeah, I know what we'll do. Cool. Right. Let's get to this. I need to.
You're not supposed to be here.
Shut up, mate. What do you mean? Says who? I can't even be here now. Are you joking? What a laugh. Look, I'm already like... Yeah, come on, man. Let's get around here. Save this quick.
What are you doing? No one's allowed in.
Why not? Is it because of the bodies?
Damn, so you've heard too. They told me not to speak about it with anyone.
I can do this,
They
man.
wanted them buried quickly so they can rest in peace. But until then, no one's allowed near.
Excuse me. Albert sent me to examine the bodies.
Master Albic sent me. He asked me to examine the bodies before they're buried.
Examine them? What for?
I've never seen a dead body before. Maybe they were murdered, maybe they were infected, maybe they were murdered. I've never seen a dead body before.
Truth is, I've never seen a dead person before.
You should be glad, eh?
Master Albic says if I ever want to be a healer like him, I should have that experience.
Isn't it against the Lord?
Why? Their souls are with God now. I won't harm them. I just need to take a look.
Yeah, all right then. But be quick, eh? I don't want any trouble.
Shoo, ya fleabag!
Dogs aren't allowed here. What's it doing here?
The dog's after something, man.
Shoo, ya fleabag!
I should have asked him more questions, but I didn't. Oh my gosh. Oh, this isn't pleasant, is it?
Right then. Where to begin?
I don't even know, but examine the younger one.
I'll start with the younger one.
Examine the head.
Muscle stiff, but the body looks supple. What's that in his hair?
Ah, what, man? Open his mouth. Oh, it's never going to happen. Inspect the hair. Is that soot?
It's all clumped together. Looks like flour, or maybe lime.
I'm not going to be able to open the mouth. I'd love to, but it's not going to taste it. Yeah, go on. Come on, H. Have a little taste. Let's see what this is. We can get healed. We'll be all right.
Yeah,
It's flour.
it's flour.
It's flour. There you go. Stop licking that. What is that trophy? You tasted flour from the hair of a dead person. Open mouth. We got to try. Hang on. We'll try, but I don't think this is going to work.
Better mind my fingers.
That's a no.
Rigor mortis is wearing off. He can't have been dead more than a few hours. He vomited up his
Well, it
guts
works.
before he died. Just like that old confessor.
Okay, examine the hands. I'm surprised that worked.
Bruising, some dried blood, but no broken bones.
Examine the palms and fingers.
He's young, but his hands are a mess. Covered in scars, nails broken, looks like hard labour. And 2 workers did go missing. That can't be a coincidence.
Maybe they found what was going on. Check the bruises. Come on.
Bruises are odd. Regular. Almost perfectly circular. Looks like cupping marks.
Yes.
Someone might have tried to ease a fever or pain.
Examine the body. Cupping is such a weird sensation, man, but it always
I don't
feels
see
so
anything
good
marked
afterwards.
here. Ribs intact, belly soft. No sign of violent death. Just his back and hips are badly scraped. No blood. Like he was dragged over gravel after he died. A few old scars. Gravel embedded in both knees. And blood around the groin.
Gosh, examine the blood.
barely dried. Could it have leaked out after death?
Gosh.
Mixed with bowel contents. Bloody diarrhea.
Gosh.
Like with the infection.
Gosh, let's go to the older
For
one.
the older one.
Bro looks worse for wet Kratos? The fuck? Examine the head.
Pale. Sunken eyes. Missing some teeth, though that might just be age.
What is that to his head?
But that hole in his head is someone's doing.
What could have caused the wounds?
Small, round, clean.
Incision.
Maybe from an arrow?
Yeah. No,
to
it
say.
looks like it's an incision. It looks like we failed that one, but it looks like someone's done that after he died. I would say. It's not an arrow.
Completely stiff.
Inspect the fingers and palms. We're struggling with this one. There's something in his hand there. What's he grasping?
Clenched tight. Like he was ready for a fight.
Don't think so. I don't think that's right.
Rigor mortis well advanced.
Oh,
Died long before the fire. Skin's badly scratched. And there's a thorn stuck here. Maybe a rose?
what? This is so interesting.
Stiff as a board. But no broken bones. Back and shoulders all scratched up. Like he was dragged through brambles. And around his neck and chest he's got red blotches on the skin.
Well, yeah, the guy's been taken. Their bodies have been dragged in there. They've set it on fire to get rid of the evidence of the bodies. That's what they wanted to do.
Those blotches look familiar.
No, just say, oh,
They're a
look.
bit like the ones on that old confessor. Looks like this poor wretch caught the same thing.
They got ill, but they were construction workers.
Knees are
They saw what
scraped and
happened
scarred.
down in the tomb,
Must
right in
have
the
worked hard
crypt.
in his life.
Let's sum it up.
Well, what's clear is they didn't die in that burning hut.
Yes.
More likely, they succumbed to the infection spreading in the monastery. The symptoms match perfectly.
Were they killed?
Either way, it wasn't a cold-blooded murder. Someone tried to treat them, brutally, but still. And it didn't work. Someone must have hauled the bodies into that shed. And it left marks on them. It might be possible to trace where they came from. Let's speak to Albic about it.
Yeah, but we still. Please, I can still talk. Question the witness to the fire. Yes. Can I still investigate the fire? It's gone. That's annoying. Well, I want to question the witness to the fire still. Let's save this. Trying to see what's... I need to get across here, bro. I need to just get across. Look, just over there. Right, go. Nice work. So where was the fire? Because I'm sure the fire was like... over here. Yes, it was. Look.
A torch? Damn, this wasn't an accident. Someone torched the shed to cover their tracks. At least this grill is here.
Oh, nestle there. Cover that.
Rough cloth, badly charred, and bits of leather. Probably used as knee protection for work. Oil. Burns like the devil. No wonder there's barely anything left of the shed.
We can see what's happened here. So, my assumption is they saw what was happening in the crypt and decided, nah, we're not going to deal with that. And, I'm just seeing if there's anything else here. No. So I think that is that section done. Is there anything in here? Oh yeah, I'll check, bro. I don't think there is. Oh, is this the stuff that I stole? By any chance? It looks like that is the stuff that I stole. Oh.
Overturned sacks, soaked ground. So that's why the dead man had flour in his hair.
Right, okay. Save this, Joe. Save this, save this. I told you I'm going to start using a lot of them.
Where did this wine come from?
The wine came from the hidden, we know where the wine came from. Have I got to go in there now? I've got to go in there. So, I need to go... Gosh, just be careful. Just be careful, just be careful. Come on. Come on, bro. Let me cook. Nice. I don't know why I made that harder for myself. So I think I can go up this way. I think. This isn't an entry point though. Maybe not. Well, I know I can get round here. Somewhat, right? No? Oh, screw it, bro. I've got to get to this guy.
That's disgusting. But there's no other way.
It is what it is, bro. I've got to get this way.
A cart and rose bushes. If he dragged them through the ditch, no wonder they were in such a state.
Oh my god. Look!
Wheel tracks. Headed that way towards the gate.
Interesting.
Only a madman would drag them this way. Someone would have seen something. I need to go another way. This way won't work. I'll have to find another route. Locked, damn it.
Why is he not letting me through there now? That's so ridiculous. Oh, because they've locked everything up. Of course they have. I'm being so silly. They locked it all up. That's why. Of course, I'm not going to be able to go this way. They've locked it all. I would think, though, we'd be able to see... So what I'm... They would have had to have got them up from here. They'd have had to have, because of the gate. Look here, see? See?
That's one deep.
Yeah.
Whoever dragged them, the poor wretches gave him a rough time.
Dragged them through, and then they dragged them to there. Right, now I know that there was... The secret thing was around here, wasn't it? I'm sure. I don't think we need to do that. I think what I need to do now is just go over. Let's give us a little wash. Don't mind me, boys. I look so suspicious as well. There's no fucking way. Save, save, save. We're not burning this run.
There's a lot of you here. Which one of you is Elijah?
Psst, keep your voice down. Elijah isn't here.
Careful.
Where is he then?
Good day to you. What brings you here?
Where's Elijah?
If Elijah isn't here, where can I find him?
I saw him this morning staggering off to the cellar. It looked like he'd been through a lot and could barely walk.
Thanks. I'll go and have a look.
God be with you.
Cellar. Is that near? Oh, shit. Elijah? Where are you, bro? There you are.
You're Elijah, right? What are you doing here?
What do you think? Hiding and hoping everyone leaves me alone. I don't want to talk to anyone anymore.
I understand, but I need to find out what happened.
I get it. You don't want to remember. I've seen some nasty things too. But sometimes it helps to talk to someone. It's definitely better than drowning your wits in schnapps.
Well, all right. What do you want to know?
What were you doing outside that? What were you doing outside at night?
How did you even notice the fire? What were you doing outside?
I couldn't sleep, so I went for a walk. It was just chance.
Really, just chance. This is so bad. We know what it was.
Just
We'll
chance.
try it.
You sure? I don't think the abbot would be happy about folk wandering around at night.
So what if I took a little walk?
You sure you weren't sneaking off somewhere for a drink? You seem smart enough not to keep your booze where someone might find it. I bet you've got a nice little stash, eh?
We've seen the stash.
Maybe I did head off to the back pond for a nightcap. I heard a dog barking like mad, so I went to see what was going on. I should have just kept out of it.
Was anyone else there?
Did you see anyone else at the fire?
No. Just the dog was there.
What did you do after the fire?
When you dragged out those two bodies, what did you do then?
While I was pulling out the second one, other people had noticed the fire. One of the knights grabbed me and started yelling that I was the arsonist. Luckily, he saw the bodies and how I was covered in, well, the same filth they were. Then the people from the monastery came. They sent me away and took the bodies off somewhere. I don't know what happened after that.
I've seen the corpses, and I've got a few questions.
Does it have to be?
Do you know who they were?
Do you have any idea who those two were?
I've no idea. It was dark. I couldn't see their faces. Thank God. As it is, I'll be dreaming about this for a long time.
I noticed some strange things about them.
Like what?
Confirmed
It
infection.
looks like they died of the same illness that's spreading through the monastery infirmary.
Christ! And I touched them. But I feel fine. So far.
You'd best go and see Brother Benedict. He'll examine you, and at least clean up those burns.
All right then.
White substance in hair.
They had something white left in their hair, like lime or flour.
Limes used by the workers on the building site. And the mills just nearby. But how it got in their hair, I've no idea.
Well, we know that, right? We looked at the fire. We know, surely. Scratches on the back.
Dead men weigh a lot. How did you even get them out of the burning shed?
On my back? Like carrying a sack? Why?
Their backs were badly scraped, so I thought maybe you dragged them by the legs or something.
That must have happened before.
How strong is
Maybe when
this
someone
guy?
dragged them in. Godlessness.
Thanks. I'll leave you be now.
Wait, I've no idea what to do with myself. I thought I'd finally do something right for once in my life. And how did I end up? Covered in shit, face burned, and humiliated. I'd rather never step outside the door again.
Dude, you acted like a hero. No one knows exactly what happened. You couldn't have known that they were already dead. You acted like a hero, man.
What are you on about? You acted like a hero.
Bro ran it.
Hardly. I'm a coward and a drunk.
Are you joking?
Who ran into the flames to
yeah,
save his fellow man.
facts.
And what did it get me?
Hearts in the
If
right
not for
place.
you,
Hearts in the right
they'd
place.
have burned to ash and wouldn't even have a decent burial. This way, they can pass on with dignity.
Absolutely.
So stop feeling sorry for yourself and be a bit proud.
Yeah.
All right?
Right.
Can absolutely.
Right. Thanks.
No, man. I thought he was going to leave him. I thought he was just going to let it be. Like, stop it, bro. Look, find out how the bodies ended up in the shit. Oh, bro, we figured that out, man. We figured that out. We know how they ended up like that. You seriously want me to... Hold on. Whilst I'm here, I might as well consult with the librarian, right? May as well. Right, talk to the librarian. I came across a Jerusalem cross.
I'm investigating the source of that illness that's been spreading around here. And I could use your learned knowledge.
I'm listening.
I came across the symbol of the Kingdom of Jerusalem during my investigation. And I was wondering if you might have any records or anything that might be connected to it.
If memory serves, something should definitely be here. I even dabbled in it myself long ago. We have the legacy of a knight named Boleslav Bavor, who journeyed through the Holy Land and visited Jerusalem. There was some connection to the monastery crypt, if I recall.
Really? Because I actually came across it in the crypt.
What? What are you talking about?
Well, I ran into some labourers down there. From what I gathered, they were trying to rob some of the graves, and they were looking for something tied to the Jerusalem cross.
By Christ, they were after the relic.
What are you talking about? What relic?
There's a possibility that Bavor was buried here along with a certain relic. That's what got me interested back then.
This is fucking fire. What kind of relic was it?
What sort of relic are we talking about?
I don't know exactly, but certainly something very rare. I believe it's linked to Jesus Christ himself, but I can't tell you for sure right now. It's been many years, and even back then I never found anything substantial apart from Bavor's records of his travels. In the end I concluded that the whole tale of the relic was likely just Bavor's own fabrication.
I'd like to see those travel records.
That's a shame. It was just starting to get interesting. Still, I'd very much like to have a look at the travel records, just in case.
I'll be glad to show them to you to examine, but first we must report those vile thieves to the abbot.
The abbot will find out in due course.
You're right. The abbot ought to be told, but it's probably not wise to burden him with it now. Right now, we need to deal with the illness. Once things have settled down, we can make sure those thieves get what they deserve. Besides, we've got almost no proof yet.
The abbot's in on it, man.
If I manage to investigate
100%.
the matter of Bavor more thoroughly, I might stumble on something.
Still, it's a serious thing. We mustn't wait too long.
Of course. Once I've gathered the evidence, I'll explain everything to the abbot straight away. And now I'd like to take a proper look at Bavor's travel records.
Of course. Give me a few moments. I'll find them for you. And I believe Bavor's name also appeared in some old accounts. I'll try to track those down too.
Awesome.
His journey through the Holy Land. And
Study
I've also found these old accounts.
the
Feel
travel
free to
journey
study
of
them too.
Boleslav
I'm curious
Bavor.
myself
Examine
what
the
conclusion you'll come
excerpts.
to, if any.
Right, okay. Well done, mate. So on the nightly journey...
It really says here that he acquired a holy relic. Let's see how it continues.
Journey of Boleslav Bavor to the Holy Land, a tale of how I came by a holy relic earned through my glorious deeds, done for the good of all Christians, and of the injustice done to me, of the fleeting riches of this world, and the eternal grace of our Lord Christ. How big is this? Massive, massive, massive. Okay, let's read this one, man. I feel like this one might be important. From Bohemia to the lands of the Italians. In the year of our Lord 1300, I set forth from Bohemia on a perilous journey, that I might perform great deeds and so raise my name in the eyes of the king. First I passed through the border forests, then along the imperial road through the Alpine mountains, which are most fair, until I reached the city of the Italians that stand upon the water and is called Venice. There I found Ezio Auditore. I found a fine ship and set out upon the sea, along the Greek coast where the danger lies. Sailing the sea is a curious experience. Just a little Assassin's Creed 2 thing there, man. One of the best. Ezio, one of the best. Come on. Sailing the sea is a curious experience. Assassin's Creed Brotherhood as well, right? And Assassin's Creed Revelations. Awesome character. Sailing the sea is a curious experience, especially when nothing is to be seen on the horizon but water alone. We sailed for a long time along the Greek coast and among its many islands, and more than once we had to defend our ship against pirates. Once I was cast overboard and thought dead, yet all were astonished when I returned, for I am a strong swimmer. At last we reached the port of Jaffa, which lies not far from Jerusalem, in the city of Jerusalem. There I found Christians, though few in number. I must note here that the city was not destroyed or taken by Tatars? And is often said, but still ruled by the Mamluk Sultan. He is tolerant towards Christians, though they must pay twice the usual taxes. He has even allowed them certain churches which are tended by the Franciscans, yet the Christians are poor, and so the churches are in poor condition. I visited often and saw all the holy sites, though I could not carry a sword, being a Christian, only a dagger. The Franciscans, seeing that I was a noble and trustworthy Christian knight, confided in me that they secretly kept a great treasure. Many sacred objects and relics had been hidden from the Mamelukes and the followers of the Muhammad. Fearing the treasure might soon be seized, they wished to move it for the safety of the island of Cyprus, where the Christian king of Jerusalem now reigns. We therefore purchased many barrels, into some of which we placed the treasures and filled with olives. A number of local Christians disguised themselves as merchants, and we departed for the city of Jerusalem, for the port of Acco, which the Christians had recently lost, the last of their fortresses. For it is said that little inspection is done there, and the customs men are willing to take bribes. So the journey to Cyprus. A day out from the city of Acco, we were set upon the brigands led by the fearsome Marif Hamid. They first sent horsemen against us, but we threw several barrels beneath their mount, and the riders fell. Quickly we fortified ourselves in a caravanserai, and when they found that shooting arrows gained them nothing, they attacked on foot. I ordered a cart full of stones to be set against their ranks, and at once we charged in with weapons drawn. Bless me. Bless me. Right. They had expected no such thing, and God's granted us a glorious victory. We slew many of them, and the rest fled. I overtook their terrible leader and struck off his head. A great bounty had been set on him, which I collected in the city of Acco. All were glad I had rid them of such a villain, and none dared even expect our goods. Thus I paid for the swiftest ship, and we set sail for Cyprus. The King of Cyprus. We reached Cyprus safely and told everything to King Henry, entrusting him with the holy treasures for safekeeping. The king was greatly impressed by our deeds and named me the Knight of the Olive Tree. He ordered my shield to be adorned with the Jerusalem cross and wished to take me into his service, but I was bound to return home, and so I had to decline. When I would not be swayed, he gifted me a fragment of the true cross. Oh my gosh. One of the holy relics we had brought, along with the other riches, that I might return safely to Bohemia. So he brought home part of the cross that I'm assuming Jesus was on? Of the true cross. A fragment of the true cross. I think so. Through Hungary to Bohemia. On the return journey, I visited the city of Constantinople, the greatest in the world, and then travelled through the lands of Greece and many others until I reached Hungary. There, at the castle of Buda, I lingered, for the local lord took great interest in my travels. I recounted all to him, and he had written it down. Then I continued on my way back to Bohemia. When I returned to Bohemia, I stood before King Wenceslas and gifted him part of my wealth. I told him of my journey and received much praise. But in my dispute over the Blatna, the king would not decide. I travelled to Prague several more times to plead cause, but always without success. The king's advisor, the abbot of Zedlitz, Heidenrich, who became my friend, told me that the king would gladly return me to the castle, but my kinsmen held too much influence. The king needed them and would not anger them. Seeing that I would not regain my castle nor provide for my house, I fell gravely ill and knew the Lord would soon call me. I gave all my treasure to the monastery of Zetlitz, where I had been promised the rest in the crypt. Only my holy treasure I concealed, hid from all, and took it with me to the grave, that it might accompany me into eternity.
According to the journal, Bavor had himself buried here with his holy treasure.
Yes.
That sounds pretty clear. Let's see what the accounts say.
This one's going to be a bit different, isn't it? Revenues of the land holdings, Bilany 36 groschen, Malazhov 66 groschen. Anything here? Other revenues, vineyard, woodland. I'm looking for anything. Wenceslas the king, 120 groschen. Boleslav, 168 groschen there. Okay. Other related to the... This is money coming into the monastery, isn't it? Beer, salt, spices, honey. Additional expenditures. Anything here about like stonemasonry works, additional foods?
So Bavor gave the monastery a generous donation and paid for a chapel mural painting. And still, despite all the records and mentions, Crispin had his doubts. Why?
Bro, don't tell me this game isn't like one of the best games ever made. I won't hear it. It's just so good.
Well, are you still so enamored with Lord Bavor?
I read the journal. A lovely tale. It really brought the Holy Land to life.
And?
And it says the relic Bavor acquired was a splinter from the true cross of Christ.
Holy Virgin! Such a sacred treasure!
And according to the book, Sir Boleslav was to be buried with the relic in the monastery crypt.
So it says in the book. I also found my old notes and remembered how it all went back then. I too searched for Bavor's grave. I even dared venture into the crypt, but despite all my efforts, I never found it.
What did you do next?
What did you do after that?
Once I was convinced none of the graves belonged to Bavor, I laid the matter before the abbot, but not our father Jan. This was over 20 years ago when Abbot Vitus held office. May the Lord grant him eternal peace.
I see. So new
Together
abbot
we
now.
came to the conclusion that Bavor's tale was likely at least partly, perhaps entirely, made up.
Why would it be made up? Surely Sir Boleslav wouldn't lie about something so serious.
The book's one thing, but there's not a single other mention anywhere. The grave's missing, the relic's nowhere to be found. Can you think of another explanation, then?
Why would he lie? The accounts mention a sarcophagus, which they do. That's very true. Why would he lie? And what about the mural, Bavor's wealth, a hidden chamber in the crypt? The relic makes no sense. Why is that relic makes no sense? Let's try it.
And then there's the relic. If Bavor had just wanted to raise his reputation with a good story, why claim to have gained something so rare?
Perhaps out of vanity? There's no shortage of that among the nobility.
But his tale's already heroic enough without it. Making up a relic would only draw unwanted attention.
That's a good point. It'd be too risky.
Why would he lie?
But why would Bavor do that? What would he gain by deceiving everyone here?
If memory serves, he had some disputes over property.
Right.
Maybe he wanted to improve his reputation.
And that's mentioned in the text. But lies wouldn't have helped him. Quite the opposite if he'd been found out.
You'd be surprised how short-sighted some folk can be. But I agree, something about it doesn't sit right.
What about the mule?
And what about the mural mentioned in the accounts? Does it really exist?
Yes, it's in one of the chapel naves. It depicts several scenes from Bavor's alleged adventures.
That's proof enough. I don't want to make myself out to be an idiot. I don't think it is proof enough, but...
Well, then that proves Bavor's story wasn't just made up. Surely the abbot back then wouldn't have approved such a mural in the main church if he hadn't believed it was true.
If the former abbot believed Bavor wasn't a liar, but a real hero of the Holy Land, I'll believe him too.
All the more reason I want to see it for myself.
No harm in trying. At the very least, it's a fine piece of work.
Bavor's wealth?
Bavor mentions in his journal that he received a great fortune from the King of Cyprus, and the account records say he gave a generous donation to the monastery. Do you think that was made up too?
They confirm at best that Bavor had wealth, not where it came from. According to the late Abbot Vitus, he might have gained that fortune by plundering or as spoils of war, and the tale of the Holy Land was just a cover to mask the dishonorable origin of his riches.
That's a rather clumsy fraud.
Well, I've never been to the Holy Land, but I've seen plenty of wrongdoings, even here in Bohemia. And if Bavor really wanted to cover up how he got his coin, he could have built a village, built a fortress, or who knows, bought up a mine. He could have done any number of smarter things than spinning a tale about a heroic journey halfway across the world.
Absolutely.
Don't you think?
I'm no expert in fraud.
Come on, man, we're doing good.
But yes, he chose a rather complicated cover-up, if that's what it was.
We're doing well here, we're doing well. A hidden chamber in the crypt. Too many things don't add up here. The account mentions a sarcophagus.
The account books mention that Bavor had a sarcophagus made at his own expense.
That's possible. Does it mean anything?
If he paid for it himself, there had to be a reason. Masonry work like that is no small matter. And it's odd, isn't it? He sorted it all out in detail with the monastery to have his tomb here. Then he wasn't even buried here.
You're right. I never made that connection before.
A hidden chamber in the crypt.
The crypt has a hidden side chamber, you know.
Excuse me? What chamber?
It had been walled up. In one part of the crypt, the masonry was loose. So I managed to get inside.
I've never heard of anything like that. Perhaps even Abbot Vitus didn't know of it.
Wasn't that the idea? The world is full of mysteries, yeah.
Even you don't know all the secrets the monastery hides.
And I never claimed I did. Although I admit not knowing this will haunt me in my dreams. How could I have missed it?
Don't you think this whole thing is a bit too complicated? Every explanation for why Bavor would lie seems more convoluted than just acknowledging it's true.
Listening to you now, it's like hearing my younger self. And I sound exactly like Abbot Vitus. His view was that Bavor's story was fiction. He told me I'd be better off letting it go.
What exactly did he say?
That I should stop chasing old crusaders and focus on real, meaningful work.
We'll unravel this mystery together.
Vitus isn't here anymore. So we can pick up where you left off. And maybe we'll finally unravel Bavor's mystery together.
If that relic really does exist, and it surfaced now, it'd surely be a sign from the Lord, a sign of hope in these desperate times.
Don't get ahead of yourself. We've not even found Bavor's tomb. Without it, we're stuck.
But you spoke of that hidden chamber in the crypt. If there's any clue, it'll be in there. Take this and study it closely. It's a drawing of Bavor's family coat of arms I came across years ago. According to this, you'll know if it's truly the grave of Sir Boleslav. Yes, the mural in the chapel, paid for by Bavor himself, also bears his coat of arms.
The workers didn't have it.
Those workers, if they really were after Bavor, they only had a drawing of the Jerusalem cross. But if he was buried under his family crest, no wonder they opened the wrong grave.
Yes, that could be it. Study that sketch well, so you won't make the same mistake.
Thank you. I'll head off at once.
Just be careful, please. You know the abbot's orders, the disease, all this misfortune.
Don't worry. I'll be careful.
And in the crypt, show respect to the eternal rest of those buried there, especially now with death haunting the monastery.
So this is okay. So first let's examine this. We'll examine this quickly. Let's have a little look. Inventory, books. Let's go down to the sketches, and let's have a little look at the sketches. Interesting. Filthy parchment for the crypt. There. So this is what I'm looking for. Looks like an arrow. Right, find the mule of Boleslav Bavor, return to the monastery crypt. Okay, so what's on the map right now? Because we've got to do a couple of things. We've got to go back over here, and we've got to do that. I think this is... See, we're sort of torn now, aren't we? We're torn. Because technically, these are both side missions. One's in yellow and one's in green. Normally green are the ones that really progress the story, right? Normally they're main quests. They're both kind of side quests. So we're sort of bouncing between two at the moment. I think with where we are, it makes sense to come out here and find the mule of Banislav. So I think we're going to do that on the next episode, guys. I don't think there's a point in doing it now. I think we'll progress on this in the next episode. So look, we're going to go probably do both of those things, man. Depends how long it takes, depends how hard it is. I don't think it's going to be that hard. We've been in the crypt once. I'm sneaking around like an absolute ninja at the moment. So yeah, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give the video a like, comment down below, subscribe to the channel. Join the community, man. It's ever growing. We're at 2,270 of us now. So yeah, if you're along for the journey, thank you. I appreciate you. And I'll see you all in the next one.